So every state has their own unique laws, but today we're going over the most ridiculous law in every single state. Well, let's see how ridiculous they really are. To my sense, at least. To my sense, of course, to someone else, it might be ridiculous laws, but, there are plenty of urban residents saying about state laws. Every state had a lot of bad laws or weird laws that don't make any sense. And we're going over the top 50 laws. So, Alabama, the city of Mobile wants to know how the full town on Mardi Gras. The use of plastic confetti is strictly forbidden. The carry, manufacture, sell, or handle is non-biodegradable. Plastic grade confetti is unlawful. Yes, confetti. No, no. I bet Mexicans don't want to go here because no more pinatas for them. I bet pinatas are included here too. No parties here. I bet Mobile is probably the most depressing city on earth. So we're moving on. Alaska. A person cannot get drunk in a bar unless it remains on the premises. Studies say that an intoxicated person may not knowingly enter a camp when the alcohol. So that is actually pretty, and the person cannot get and remain on the premises. The intoxicated man may not knowingly enter a camp out of the alcohol. So yeah, it sounds like a pretty reasonable law. But it's not, it doesn't make any sense. Just tell him someone's a toxic, just tell him, I think you would call police and make them go home that way because they can't, because driving DUI is not a good thing either. So I had 12 police in Anchorage, Alaska started forcing the law by saying plainclothes officers to identify excessively drunk people. Yeah, that's what should be happening in every state. This is not a weird law. No one can feed garbage to pigs without first obtaining a permit. You swap out food for waste back to if it's destroying its waste for your own consumption. But what if the pig is wild? This law makes no sense. You cannot feed the garbage to pigs without first obtaining a permit. Well, what if you catch the pigs eating your garbage? Then this law doesn't make any sense either. Okay, the pig is stealing your garbage. Okay, yeah, this law doesn't make any sense. Arkansas, a pinball machine can't give away more than 25 free games to a player who keeps winning. The statute aims to prohibit machines that encourage gambling. Gambling is not that good anyway, so maybe just go to Nevada to do that instead. A frog that dies during a frog jumping contest cannot be eaten or must be destroyed as soon as possible. Well, I like eating frogs. I wouldn't eat a frog anyway, so yeah. Especially if it's a poisonous frog. In Colorado, you have to have a permit to modify the weather. In some states, it's legal to perform activities that create changes in the composition and the behavior of the atmosphere. Weather markets is not only possible, but it's an action will give scholars civil source make private companies burn silver iodine and soaps, material carries into the cloud and serious precipitation. You know, yeah, you really do sort of have a permit with that. You don't want some weirdos doing that stuff. Some collectors beware in Hartford it's illegal to collect rags, paper, grass, old metal, junk, or cinders. Any waste man in the city without a license. So, collectors, you can't do that in Connecticut. It's a misdemeanor to sell a bottle off of for, of a, so it's a misdemeanor to sell. Why is it not a higher crime? It's your own, but the law doesn't make any sense if well, if the animal's away, well, if the animal's dead, you just want to honor the animal. This law makes no sense. Any products made from the house here go from home. Yeah, I bet they probably watched Home on Dalmatians, so they made this a law. Florida people own their own bars, restaurants, and other places liquor sold can be fined up to $1,000. They possibly in a permit or contest of dwarf tossing. So that's something in Florida. Florida has a lot of weird laws. So those engaged in alarm-related activities, so it includes such as riding, trading, goofing around at the county fair, are responsible for any personal injuries they suffer. But the animal. So the alarmers don't get arrested. But how can you put a llama in jail? Yeah, this one makes no sense. Billboards have no place in paradise in Hawaii. So no billboards are allowed. Cannibalism is strictly prohibited and punishable by 14 years in prison, except for under 14 years. But these kids isn't. So basically, if you want to, if basically if the Walking, so Idaho cannibalism is prohibited unless the Walking Dead starts happening. Nice for knowing. Urban residents say that it's crime in Illinois to possess over 600 wolf and salamanders, and 75 plus salamanders, according to fair market value. I don't know why. Why would you keep 75 plus salamanders? Indiana. Liquor stores cannot sell refrigerated water or soda. The law specifies a beer and wine store should be exclusive businesses in selling adult beverages, and water or soda needs to be room temperature. Yeah, it's not a water pie makes no sense. Anyone that's my argument has real butter. It's guilty of misdemeanor and approved baby in laws in Ohio, Iowa. Renovated butter must be labeled as such. So only in Iowa this happens. Kansas is no place to home the activity. It's legal to sell liquor in the grass over 25 counties across Kansas. So that means prohibition is still existing in Kansas. Prohibition still exists in Kansas. So if you don't like prohibition, don't go to Kansas. Every legislative public officer in the world must take an oath, stating that they have not followed dual of deadly weapons. But that you don't use that doesn't happen unless you're doing it in a play. It's an old law basically. Some people are prepared in a traditional manner is not subject to sanitary code. So stir fry may be prepared for cover, but it's not sanitary. It's not sanitary. It's not proven sanitary. That's why it makes no sense. Either Maine, a game of chance called Bino, like bingo, is regulated here. The law says the person must assist players by playing the cards while taking a bathroom break. So it's another weird law that doesn't make any sense. Oh, actually, it's a genius law. So law says the person may assist players by playing the card while they take a yeah, because they don't want to waiting is boring. So yeah. Fortune telling is illegal in Maryland. Anyone pretending to be a forecaster of future by cards, following schemes can be sent up to 500 years in favor for a scene or so time in jail. You can't tell people the fortunes in there. What if you're not at Gillette Stadium or Fenway Park? You never heard of the Star Sprinkler Banner singing or playing only part of the national anthem or remixing it dance music. So, and you can't remix the national anthem in Massachusetts. That's not that no. The statute on the books since 1941 says that make adultery a felony, possible by a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison, $1,000 fine. There's actually even weirder laws in Michigan as well. So any contest with participants try to capture a grease or oiled pig is illegal. So turkey is just the pigs just no. Why and also pigs are gross. Why would anyone do a contest like that anyways? So profanity in public could land a person in jail for 30 days. This is Mississippi. Mississippi. It's illegal to use any vulgar language and obscene language for the president to say. This is Mississippi we're talking about. The South, the South of the South. And yeah, Mississippi. Why did you make this law? Yeah, I thought this would be conceived in somewhere like California, not Mississippi. Missouri, if a bull or ram over the age of 1 year caught runs rapid for 3 days, any person can castrate the animal without assuming liability for damage. So that's a weird law. Driving animals in railroad truck with intent to enter the train can result. Yeah, that's an understandable law there. Okay, but what if the animal moves away? Uh, no person is afflicted with sexually transmitted disease can marry. That's actually a. But we have to take a step further. No other stuff either. Okay, they can still do the other stuff if they're married. If they're not married, okay, it's just doesn't make any sense. Using an X-ray machine to determine suicides can get in trouble. So something completely pointless law that doesn't make any sense. New Hampshire it's illegal to carry or collect seaweed at night. Marine plants and LJ routinely used to make fertilizer on animal feed must make it galley. This is another law. At night, only at night, a person wearing a bulletproof vest. Oh, here's the one. Here's one of the best ones. This is the one where if a person wearing a bulletproof vest while carrying out a criminal act can be charged separately for shooting up. Yeah, I didn't heard this law before. It's a stupid law. It makes no sense. You know, you already are already being put in jail. How do you want to be? Why would he be? For 30 years, idiots cannot vote in most elections. The word historically used to describe people mentally disabled or IQ below 30. So, yes, Bubsy the Bobcat cannot, you know, for many years, Bubsy the Bobcat could not vote in New Mexico. So, but it's a law that makes no sense either. The Empire State bans me from being mad. Oh, I think they probably learned this from Zoke, okay? Being masked in any manner, disguised in public of other people dressed as the same as guest up. As far as pursued legal challenges since 1845 includes exceptions for pride. So, yes, the scene that happens in Joker, because Gotham is supposed to take place in New York. Joker is supposed to take place in Gotham, which I think would be in the state of New York. Yes, the whole Joker. I bet Joker is probably behind this. Joker's probably behind us. North Carolina bingo game being conducted is sponsored by a commercial organization may not last more than 5 hours. However, nonprofit groups can go wild. So this is another part that makes no sense. Maybe it's because people get bored. So after a while, after 5 hours, you know, all members of North Dakota's YP and Pento Council must be citizens. You know, let's promote certain ag. That kind of makes more sense than the other ones. Every operator in the underground coal mine must provide an adequate supply of toilet paper to each toilet. This law makes sense, and the fact that it exists to raise some questions about public decency in Ohio. Oklahoma McCarthyism is alive and well. A state statute is still on the book. The fact that it still exists an international conspiracy committed to. Why is this a law? Oregon, leaving a container or urine and fecal matter on the side of the road is considered a misdemeanor. You can't fall from a vehicle either. So just go into force and put it in now. No, spell it. Horse, don't go to Oregon. Human trafficking in general violates too many international laws. Count Pennsylvania felt to specify that you can't bother with a baby. So, no babies, okay? And no using dog pelts either, okay? I know the dog is probably already dead, but they lost one of Dalmatians and they know it's wrong. Okay? Baby, you'll be safe in Pennsylvania. That's for sure. Someone who bites off another person's limb will face more than 20 years in prison, but no less than one if they. What? So I guess all zombies are going to jail then. A male over the age of 16 can. Unfortunately, no law exists for the gender roles reversed. Yeah, that's messed up. No law. It should be both roles reversed. Yeah, a liquor store cannot sell alcohol contain more than 5% alcohol by weight. So nope. If you want alcohol, you cannot have certain types in South Dakota. If you get hard trap or harm a barrel deal international intensely, if you do, you will get a misdemeanor for hunting. You know, no deal for you. No deal. Okay, you know that actually makes sense. I will buy no deal. Very well, but you should terrorism. People listening to run for office must be acknowledged to be supreme being. If not, they'll be. If you're not allowed to be. Yeah, Texas says no atheists allowed in the country. So that means the Democrats will. The Democrats will lose. This is why I said the Democrats will eventually lose in Texas because this law exists. You can't be. You have to be religious. No one may hold a missile at the bus terminal except for peace officers and security personnel. Everyone outside the positions is guilty of a third-degree felony. Yeah, no missiles, and no one has specifically buses too. So another law that makes no sense is we at anybody or anything. So legacies that create a water prohibits outrunning solar collectors and clothesline listing both energies as energy devices based off renewable. But Vermont's supposed to be one of, this is the same thing in Mississippi. Vermont's supposed to be one of the most progressive states, and they banned solar collectors and clotheslines for being An odd law still exists on the books, pertaining for foods not well. It's completely banned except for married couples. But for misdemeanor, this is another law that doesn't make that it's an old law, makes no sense. Doors to nearly all public buildings must open forwardly. Anyone who violates this will face a misdemeanor charge, and several does not explain why through emergency zone fire that actually makes sense as a law. Though attempt to substitute hunting a dog for a fur in West Virginia. So, nope, hunting dogs for furs. And Wisconsin is last. In America, Zoe ran many different kinds of tea certified cheeses like Munster, Cheddar, Colby, Monterey Jack must be highly pleasing. So, oh, we have Wyoming. We can't forget about Wyoming. It's reportedly illegal to cut, sever, detach, or mutilate whatever see. Only one half of CPO's violations of a felony offense and possible up to 5 years, but only one half. So what if you only do less than one half? You shouldn't be doing that at all. That has to be that. It has to be not even no kind deceit at all. Okay, then. But only one half of a CPO. This law makes no sense. Okay, you know. I guess to those people who eat lamb in other parts of the state, I guess you can't eat it in Wyoming. So that's what's in that half. One half totally fine. So if it's less than one half, you can totally do it. It's another law that makes no sense. So that's basically it. Goodbye.